Hi, crafty friends. Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm bringing you along as I prepare my 2026 calendar. This calendar is so fun to make, and I've been making it for I think 2 or 3 years now. So I'm bringing you along on my computer here. I'm on the Stamps of Life website under my account, and I've previously purchased this. So what's great about that is I'm going to scroll over to the side here and click on digital downloads, and anything that I've previously purchased as a digital download, I can go back in and reprint it time and time again. So you can see here, I've got some Creative Decks cards, I've got a birthday card calendar, but what we're making today is the monthly planner. And so I've just clicked download, and then I'm able to send this over to my printer to print this out. So there's several different versions. You can look through the versions that you want and choose the calendar that is right for you. So here is what it looks like. I'm just kind of scrolling through the pages here. I will go ahead and push print. Now, as I'm doing that, I want to show you the paper that I use. And I actually use a cardstock. This is the Pen Gear premium cardstock that I pick up at Walmart. There's 150 sheets in here, and it's a 110-pound weight. And this is for inkjet printers. So this will still feed through my my printer easily. And so that's why I like this cardstock when I print my planner. So I just wanted to show you that. All right, now I'm gonna bring out my multi-cinch tool, and I purchased this a while back, and I wanna show you how this works. So if you lift this up, you can kind of see on the cartridge, there's some letters, A, B, E, and if the paper is X size, then you put the lever in the corresponding letter. So our paper today is 8.5 by 11. So that is either a 1/2 inch or an inch. So it says on the cartridge to put that in the E slot. So you can see I've placed that little piece in the E slot. I do have my cover, my back cover flipped over. And I also have this piece of Dunlar in here that's just like that transparency paper. And I just wanted to show you, because it's clear, that I do have 2 sheets of that in there as well. One for the front cover and one for the back cover. So you can place several sheets in here at a time. And what you're going to do is where you want to punch the holes. Oh, here's the Duralar. I want to show you that real quick. So what you want to do is where you want to punch the holes, I always start at the bottom. You're going to line that up against that guide that you placed in there. And then you're going to go ahead and press down. Okay? Then you're going to lift that guide out. You only need it on the first punch of the paper. And then over there at the top, this little lever, there's a little lever here, and it's a guide. So what you want to do is slide your papers back in and line it up with the second to the last hole that you punched. So not the last hole, but the second to the last, line it up and then push that little lever down. So that will secure it in place. Just make sure it's pressed down. And then you will be able to go ahead and cinch it again. So punch. Then you're going to lift the lever up, pull your paper out, and repeat that same process. So I'm going to line it up with the second to the last hole, push my little lever down, then I can go ahead and punch, lift the lever up, and I'm going to do that same process one more time. Second to the last hole, line it up, push my little pin down, and you got to make sure it locks into place. So I'm making sure that my papers are nice and straight, and I don't know if I was sidetracked here for a second. I'm flipping my papers around, but I'm going to go ahead and place this back in. Second to the last hole. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. And then I'm going to push the lever back down. Let's get it lined up and then punch. Lift the lever up, and then you'll be able to pull your papers out. And there we go. I have the first stack of papers ready to go. So I will keep repeating that same process. So I'm going to set these to the side. I'm going to pull the next stack. So let me lift these up. And I'll do this one more time on camera with you so you can kind of get the process. So for the second batch, the first thing I need to do is I need to bring in the little adapter piece, place it in my letter E because it's the first time, then line my papers up and then give it a good press. And then I can pull that little lever out. And then now I want to line it up with the second to the last hole. And then I'll push that little alignment guide lever back down. There we go. It locks right into place, and then give it a press. Lift the lever up, and then I'll just keep repeating the process. So it is super easy to use, and I will go ahead and get all of these punched. I do like to use several sheets at a time. And you'll notice here, my stack has some white. You're seeing a lot of white, not the calendar. And that's because I did not print mine double-sided this year. I only printed single-sided. And so my book is going to be a little bit thicker than it was last year. So the next thing you want to do is you want to use your cinch machine and place your little wires in. So there's this little guide on the side. And then you're just going to line it up. And this takes a little bit of time to just get this all lined up correctly. But just take your time, line it up. And then you'll remove it from here. And then the back side, what you want to do is you place the flat side of the spiral down, feeding the papers and the base cover to the top. We're turning it around here and we're placing that flat side against the machine, and then you're going to give it a good press. So I tried to line it up and then it came out. So if that happens, you can do the same thing. Just line it up again, put the flat side down, and then take it over to this portion, put the flat side down, and then give it a good press. So my cinches on this book aren't my favorite. I've done better, I feel like, in the past, but I got them all. I do have some wire cutters here, and I'm just snipping off the end. So you want to just snip off the very end because there is a little bit of extra just to make that nice and neat. And you'll see here, I've got my back cover on the front. So I decided to do it that way this year. And I really tightened mine up, so it made it kind of hard to flip, but you can see here, it's got the password tracker, and then I've got all the months here, and then I like to write in all my dates. And I use mine as a social media calendar. This is how I plan out all of my posts, but you could use this planner for literally anything. It's got birthdays, anniversaries. There's so many awesome pages, and you can customize this to however that you would like. So for mine, I'm going to go ahead and take out one of my Sharpies, and I'm just going to start writing in the days of the week here. So I'm starting for January 2026. So I'll go ahead and write all of the numbers in here. And then you can even decorate this. I do have some additional videos where I have made this planner, I've decorated this planner, and I've made other versions. So I will leave those videos linked down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. Leave me a comment too and let me know, have you ever made a planner like this? If you have any questions, you can put those down below. I'd be happy to answer those. Here I'm thinking I could not remember for the life of me how many days were in January. Got it, 31. So that is completed. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to add some stickers. So, first I want to look at my last year. So my last year's one, you can see here, I just write all over it. It's kind of messy, cross through things, but that was my 2025. And you can see it's a lot thinner. It's well loved. And I didn't have one of those covers on the back last year like I do this year. So that was a change I made. And then this year, mine's so much thicker because I did print it single-sided. Last year, you can see I printed it double-sided. So the preference is all yours. I kind of like it with the double-sided because if you write, like if you color in it with markers and stamp and things, then you can't see through the pages. Now I'm bringing out some stickers from my stash here, and instead of using die cuts or stamps, I've got lots of these stickers that I don't use very often. So, oh, let me pull the cover up here. I'm going to go ahead and place 2026 right here on the cover, and then I am going to be all set for the year. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.